Okay, so I had to fact check this website because I never heard of uprocks.com. I'm like, what the hell is Uprocks? You know, I didn't know what kind of conglomerate they were, whether they contribute to fake news, alternative facts, satire, or they're actually a credible, reliable source. But I first came across this report by a YouTuber. I'm gonna go say his name, Ticket TV, and you know, he does a lot of reporting regarding sports, in particular to Black society. So I will give him a shout out for that. But in terms of this story, you know, I'm still not too sure about how credible the source is. Now, I did fact check it. Simple Google search. I said uprocks.com fact check, and this came across as the first link. And this site, mediabiasfactcheck.com, says that Uprocks is they lean more towards liberal, on the liberal side, the left, and they say factual reporting is high. So, you know, it is what it is. According to this site, they're a credible source, but, you know, whatever the case may be. But anyway, I wanted to address this story since this is the only website that's reporting this story. When you Google this story, right? Or the headline rather, where it says Spectrum Sports. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Yeah, Spectrum Sports Net, right? You Google Spectrum Sports Net LaVar, which I just did right here. The first link comes up from Silver Screen and Roll a day ago. You click on it and it's not found. So the only site that comes up is from uprocks.com, which is this right here. Right? The other site is, I'm not sure what the hell's going on with that. So they're the only ones talking about this story. Again, I take this with a grain of salt, but I'm still going to talk about it anyway, family, and give you guys my thoughts on this story. And so this site, uprocks.com, says that the broadcast partner for the Los Angeles Lakers, which is my favorite team in the NBA, all-time favorite team. All right. They said they want no parts of LaVar Ball as far as him being interviewed and etc. during the games and things of that nature. Just has nothing to do with LaVar Ball, which I think, quite frankly, is retarded, because you're not dealing with LaVar Ball. You're dealing with Lonzo Ball, who has potentially to be drafted by the Lakers, which I think he will. It's just completely asinine how they will immediately go after LaVar Ball as him being some kind of threat. You perceive him to be a threat because, again, as I keep saying in my previous videos, nobody has seen a black father like this before. Not on this level. Not on this level. With the type of things that he's done for his children, creating a brand, creating a foundation, creating a legacy for his children, right? And creating a media frenzy with Big Baller Brand and his children. Nobody has seen nothing like this. So you're going to have people, you're going to have suspected white supremacists. You're going to have these troglodytes out here, the people who control the wealth and the resources in this country, particularly in the media stratosphere. You're going to have people weary about that. So I can suspect, based off this story here, that Spectrum Sports Net, who is the broadcast partner for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'll get, in a minute, I'll talk about who they're owned by. Okay. I'll break that down in a minute. But Spectrum Sports, you know, is a broadcast partner for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, you know, people talking about, oh, well, this is big. They have a lot of money at stake. Well, again, if you are really worried about LaVar Ball being a threat to tarnish your brand, that's completely retarded. But if you still feel that way, right? If you still feel that way, that means you really consider LaVar Ball a threat to your brand, because you don't want to promote a black father like a LaVar Ball. Nothing like that at all. All right. There's a quote from this particular article too, from uprocks.com. Says, quote, "That's not how we do things," said Spectrum Sportsnet employee given anonymity because they were not yet authorized to speak on whether or not LaVar Ball would be appearing on their network. However, another employee said that they may not just follow the Lakers' lead on how to handle him, citing the network's desire to maintain a positive relationship with the team. If the Lakers don't want LaVar on Sportsnet, he wouldn't be, the sources said. Okay. Magic Johnson, even the Buss family, Jenny Buss, they publicly stated how much they love Lonzo Ball's game. All right. So everybody on front office in the Lakers absolutely love Lonzo Ball's game. So again, when you have Lonzo Ball, you're going to have the Ball family, and you're going to have LaVar Ball as pretty much a package deal. But at the same time, if you watch Lonzo Ball on the UCLA, you really didn't hear much about in terms of UCLA interviewing LaVar Ball, because LaVar, and he even said it on his interviews, he pretty much took a step back and let his son be his son. If the media comes to him, they come to him. But he's not going to openly look for, as far as what he said, he's not going to openly look for interviews and things of that nature, you know, on the collegiate level. So I can imagine the same thing here when once his son is drafted, you know, hopefully to the Lakers, he won't be much of a quote unquote threat to Spectrum Sports, right? Spectrum Sportsnet. So back to Spectrum Sportsnet real quick. Now, Spectrum Sportsnet is partially owned. It's a joint venture with the Los Angeles Lakers and Charter Communications. Okay. As you can see here, Charter Communications. Now, Charter Communications. All right. This company here is known for racial discrimination against African American media conglomerates. So much so that the guy who I talk about all the time on my channel is Byron Allen. He submitted a lawsuit last year, right, for $10 billion for racial discrimination against Charter Communications, right? And it's still working its way through the court system as of right now. It's actually through the U.S. Supreme Court, right? But it says here that the lawsuit on behalf of African American owned media networks is being spearheaded by Byron Allen, a comedian and executive who runs Entertainment Studios Network. In the past few years, Allen has been trying to get his channels licensed by major cable operators through FCC filings, litigation, and coordinated press releases. He's had mixed success. One judge threw out his racial discrimination lawsuit against Comcast as implausible. On the other hand, he was able to secure carriage for a few of his channels on DirecTV through a settlement with AT&T after bringing suit. All right. Now, in the article here, and again, this is what Charter is known for. They're known for basically carrying out white supremacist tactics. Okay. So they have executives here. These executives who spew out these racist ass comments. Like, for example, here it says, for example, Charter's former senior VP programming, Alan Singer, is alleged to have told protesters outside the company's headquarters to get off welfare. Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's thousands of emails with, you know, that kind of language that has not been publicized. So, again, Charter Communications has a joint venture with Spectrum and Los Angeles Lakers to broadcast the Lakers games, et cetera, et cetera. And so you see the ties of this. You see the ties of Charter Communications discriminating against black-owned media networks, guys like Byron Allen. And people hate on Byron Allen just like they hate on LaVar Ball because they're both married to a white wife. But nobody's doing things like Byron Allen, and nobody's doing things like LaVar Ball, quite frankly. So when you have strong black men like these guys, Byron Allen and LaVar Ball, you have conglomerates such as Spectrum Sports Net who come out the woodwork and say, we want no parts of LaVar Ball. This article doesn't say anything about what he's done wrong to say that. Which, again, this is why I question this source, uprocks.com. I've never heard of this source before. According to this site, checks out. But, again, you know, I can trust it as far as I can throw it. All right? So, again, like I said, this article doesn't state as to why they don't want to broadcast or have nothing to do with LaVar Ball. Right? It just says they don't want no parts of LaVar Ball. That's it. But again, you're drafting Lonzo Ball. All right? And I haven't seen, again, like I said, I haven't seen LaVar Ball asking for interviews and stuff like that when his son was in UCLA. He was even rarely at the games. He was watching the games most of the time at home. So, but again, you see the history of Spectrum Sportsnet and their parent company, Charter Communications. The head of the snake and the body work together. So white supremacy works in formations, and this is exactly what they're carrying out. Strong black networks, they want no parts of, and strong black fathers, they want no parts of. And of course, we live in a system of racism, white supremacy, which is a global system. We have to learn to stop depending on their resources, right? But we got to change our thinking habits of making sure that we do things independently and building our own parallel economy where we're not depending on their resources. And this is what guys like LaVar Ball is doing. This is what guys like Byron Allen is doing. Being independent. Saying that if you won't let us, right, especially from Byron Allen's perspective, if you won't let us have our programs, our networks on your resources, right, we got to change this system of injustice with the system of justice. Right? So anyway, family, those are my thoughts on the story. Like I said, I trust this source as far as I can throw it. This may be fake news. It may not. I'm not exactly sure. But according to this site checks out. It says factual reporting high. So, and this is the only website that's reporting the story. I expected a lot more people to talk about it. Maybe give it some time. More websites will carry this out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But according to this article, Spectrum Sportsnet will not be dealing with LaVar Ball. And I pointed out why. I pointed out exactly why. So leave your comments down below in the comment section, family. All right. Make sure you follow me on social media at The Black Separatist on Twitter and Instagram. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. The Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.